get this off. Oh, you ate some. Oh, I know it's so hot. I'm sorry, Baba. I know the heat. The heat be killing you, Baba. I'm sorry. Hold on. Okay, cool. I'm getting ready to I'm getting ready to hit up with Life Extension, a couple other companies. Actually, I got something in Gmail. And I might be doing this small little, you know, I have the little rings and all that, so I might be utilizing a different platform to put their you know, sell some of this stuff. Because I use Life Extension. A lot of y'all know that. And there was a thing going on out of Florida where they thought it was being made in China. Now, a lot of plastics are made in China, but you already know that things with plastic have PBA and PBS. So think about that. Okay? And I'm only saying that because, like I said, you know, I have ads, and a lot of y'all don't watch the ads, and that's just pathetic. But I would hope that y'all would be mindful enough to watch some of the ads. Man, I actually hit what I actually like, the things that I believe might be beneficial for those who might want to, you know. Margarita Adams, how you doing, hon? Trauma Hawk, what's going on? What's going on, beloved? It's Mikey Hill. What's going on? Get an acupuncture. What are you talking? Don't do that, ma'am, Margarita. If you can't say something that's positive, don't say a damn thing. I know that you're taking something. Just do this for a moment, please. All right, we love you, and that's all that matters. But don't come on here with confliction and confusion. All right? Don't do that. I'm the master at that. Please. Yo, Renee, what's up, beloved? Yo, hey, look, I'm live right now. I'll hit you up. I'll give you a call. All right? I'll give you a call, sis, all right? And I hope everything's going good. I see you teaching again, all right? So this is the one who, a very good friend. I love her so much. She stayed with me when she's going through some times. You know, it's good to have that, and that's what we're supposed to do. And she just hit me up, you know, and I'm always following, making sure everything's good with her. I helped her out a lot. You know, I helped her out, and she helped me out too because I was always out, guardian angel thing, Brooklyn, blah 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 blah. You know, so it's a beautiful thing when people go out. You know, you run across my mind and they reach out and see. I love that. All right. Anyway, Life Extension. I gotta shoot an affidavit. I gotta shoot a little thing to them about how I feel about the vitamins, and then there's two other companies I'm not gonna say. And I think it's going to be, you know what I'm saying? It'll be beneficial. Now, remember, I told y'all that I don't take vitamins all the time. I believe it's in your food, and I also believe it's in your fasting because a lot of stuff's in your body, and a lot of stuff will just be sitting there, and your body won't fire or use it because you got an abundance and you keep putting it in there. So your body, it's like trigonometry. It just doesn't know what to do with it. You dig what I'm saying? So, yeah. Oh man, I just can't. I had to go out there and water the plants. I would have been on sooner. No, I didn't put the do-rag on, so ooh, it feels good. And that, oh man, and that olive oil, ooh, with that rosemary, boy, I make your head itch, boy. It's a good itch. It's not a bad, unhealthy one. Hair don't be stinking. This is my 4th day without no deodorant, no lime juice, no. I'm serious. You know, and look. If that one fart, use the I can smell it. I know when somebody stink. When I go to the gun and I buy some ammo, and one of them Europeans walk around that don't use deodorant, and they just funky, and the place smell like like tank. I mean, nah, nothing. Not, and I haven't even brushed my teeth yet, y'all. Breath don't stink. I was talking to somebody and I was like, yo, cuz, man, because I was downwind. I was like, cuz. He's like, oh yeah, I gotta go rinse. I said, no, you need to change your diet. You dig? So anyway, the other two people, the other ones is because I'm a veteran. It's gonna be turkesterone. It's turkesterone. There's two different kinds, and NMN, and then there's matter of fact, it's on the table here. God dang it. This one right here is the one that I use, double supplements. I take one every like 3 or 4 days. Now, Snoop bought me some stuff, and then somebody else sent me some stuff. Because you remember when I did a storm, when I got out, because I took the anthrax pills, I think twice. My testosterone when I got out after my back surgery, and when I had that second anxiety, my testosterone level went down so low. And I was still powerlifting, still getting up under 300-400 pounds, just retarded, ignorant strength. And I remember the doc was like, "Yeah, Red, what's going on with your testosterone?" I was like, "I don't know." Well, we all know what it is. So anyway, they put me on this stuff. It's called androgel. It's a cream, and that's right when I got married. I remarried with Luz, Esther Bonilla. Okay, and became a stepfather and all that good stuff. And that stuff, unbeknownst to all of us that was taking it, would later cause cancer. Now, a lot of us are firefighters too, AFFF. Right now, I can go and get paid for that. But I'm not pursuing that. Why? Because of the prostate. Now, my prostate, I manage it. I manage it well. I can't say how, because not on here. I'd rather be in front of people and talk to them what I do. A lot of times with people, in my family, we have what's called a false reading. My uncle, ignorant to what I had to say, he went and had his removed, and I kept saying, and it was benign. I kept saying, we are different from everybody else. But, Vietnam and, it is what it is. And so, I'm always honest about certain things, especially about the body. I've been utilizing that, and I know that there's certain herbs and things like that you can eat. And I always tested it by eating a whole lot of meat and then going eating straight plants, and then I would fast. I think the longest fast I did, I told y'all, was 6-7 days. And everything went back to normal. In that fast, for 6-7 days, everything went back to normal. Testosterone levels off the chain, no cholesterol, not borderline diabetic. They always, whenever you go in and they say borderline diabetic, they're not checking the mineral content at all. They're going with, listen, man, they mess people up all the time. All the time. Especially if you're not going to a herbalist, somebody who deals with other things. That's why I always say, get you some okra, grow some okra, drink that, cook it, eat a lot of it, get you some fennel and things like that, make some fennel stew or soup. If you're going to eat meat, stop going. If you're going to do it on a religious dietary need, you need to know that the truth of history, we didn't eat meat. I don't care what y'all didn't eat meat. I don't give a what they say. All right, there was a period of time of change, started eating seafood. It was abundant. Then something else changed. And bloodletting. What happened? You don't need to worry about that. But then meat. And then that's when the whole diet and people started living less. What happened? Besides war? Something really perverse. Okay, so I'm gonna get with these 3 companies. I'm gonna write some letters, and we'll see. You know what I'm saying? And I don't even have. Right now I should be well over 30,000-40,000. But I had a friend of mine who follows 2 people who I actually pay attention to, saying, talking in the background. Cause see, some people get them little wrenches, and they're like, yeah, "What you want to follow him for?" So I would hate to have to drag one of them out and do a podcast and invite them over. And then put them, and hurt their little feelings. See, some people make a mistake. They think the little world they live in, the fictional world of all that rah, 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 and this, that, and the other. They come over and they watch and they don't speak. They don't say nothing. They don't want to get their feelings hurt and embarrassed. I would advise you, if you come over here and you watch and you're looking for some material, to have some etiquette. See, I used to speak in everybody's lives. I don't really do that no more. I go over there and I might just throw a couple of arrows or something like that, or feathers. And sometimes I'll just sit there and watch what they're talking about, to see if they're actually telling the truth. And then there's those people who know me and they'll ask me, "Hey, Red," I'm like, "Look, man, you got to figure that out. What are you over there for? What are you over there for? What is the benefit you're looking for?" Because all I hear is, "I'm angry, I'm angry, I'm angry. Look at this, motherfuckers." That's not going to solve nothing. I don't hear no pointers saying to you, like when I shared that little information about how easy it is to change your status compared to somebody who wants to charge you an arm and a leg. I always knew. I mean, I'm correct. And some people don't want to be a U.S. citizen. You don't have to. That's a lie. And because they have enough ignorant people who would sit there and tell you, it's like bootlegging. Yeah, well, if you ain't a citizen, you can't. No, that's a lie. You can collect Social Security. You can buy a gun. You can do all that. But the system, because right now we're dealing with the enemies of the state. We're dealing with the infiltrators. And until people start calling these motherfuckers for who they are, these weak, sick bitches who made the wrong deal with the wrong fucking devil, you motherfuckers are going to get exactly what you got coming. So let me go ahead and get a little reading in, okay? We're just going to get a little reading because I got to go out and my boy got something for me and come back, and we're going to probably read about 6 o'clock. We're going to get Custodians of Time and then Navigator Across the Ice Walls. Don't worry, we're going to get in all the good stuff too later on, because I'm going to sit back in my pajamas, like as if this is summer Christmas or something, and I'm going to sit back with my hot cocoa. My boy got me some homemade cocoa, y'all. I just had to tell you. On the reds, we used to go over. I don't do the holidays, but I love cooking. And my boy's mom used to make this homemade damn cocoa. Oh my God, no sugar, she's diabetic and all that. She used to be over at the class in Tuba City at the hospital that I was going to partake in, because I like to make sure my blood sugar was right after eating all that fried bread. Still trying to lose them handles. I ain't never had no handles until I ate them fried bread, y'all. I swear for goodness, and they so sweet and succulent. But anyway, she makes the best damn hot, all natural. I don't even, it's like that mushroom coffee. And man, he got me a bag of that, and I'm going to go get that, and I'm gonna sit back. I'm gonna have no tea. I'm gonna have no coconut water. I'm gonna have me a big ass mug, a homemade Navajo hot fucking cocoa. This shit is so delicious. I swear for goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I don't eat marshmallows. I don't put honey in it. This stuff is perfect. You know what I mean? I used to eat some of them Oreos till I realized they're putting soy and all that other crap in there. I used to God, dog, just eat the whole box of... Anyway, let's go ahead and get into the reading. What was that? My Korean contractor smells funny to me. I'm going to hook you up with either Tom soap or good Castle soap. What are you talking about? Hey, what's going on, Gray? Me, I don't need none of that shit. I don't stink. What's going on, beloveds? What's going on? Hombre French, what's going on, brother? Already got the... Hey, Grey Wolf. Peace, bud. How you doing? Mikey Hill. Oh, what's going on? Yeah, but anyway, let's go ahead and get the reading in. And y'all see me when I'm sipping on it, because that's some good... Let me tell you, man. I haven't had it in like 3.5, almost 4 years. And I saw homeboy the other day. I don't take my phone. I leave it in the truck. I don't care if the heat and it turn off. I don't mean a flying. I don't take it. If I was to shoot somebody, I'd be like, if somebody call 911, stay on there. What they want me to do with the gun, I'm going to step on it. See, I know how to put the gun down on the ground and step on it, take the mag out and remove everything and keep your hands up. That's just common. That's make people comfortable, because you never know. There have been too many cases where people call, and then when they come, they ambush and shot. So, you got to know how to do things, especially I'm with USCCA, Platinum, and all that stuff, and I study law. But regardless, 3.5, 4 years ago, and for him to hit me up, because I saw him, and he was like, Red, I got something, boy, man, Ma Duke's made. I was like, how is she, yo? He's like, man, I don't be on the reds like that. I can't stand it. He be in New Mexico or he be in Cali and shit like that. But he's moving to Texas. He was a Marine for like 6 years. He's like, yo, bro, we had like 3 tours. He had to get his head together, and I was right there beside him. I used to get him out the park drunk with Nathan. Nathan passed away some years ago, y'all. Kind of my big, my little brother, big motherfucker. But alcohol will fuck y'all up. Anyway, she got me they said put it in, like Navajo tea in a bag. Navajo tea. I got like 2 bags of Navajo tea. Anyway, comes from the mountain. That's how the cocoa comes. So that cocoa is going to last me for a long time. You just take about 3 tablespoons of that shit. Whoa, listen here. I don't know what it's made out of. But man, I used to put on my red Calvin and Hobbes pajamas and stuff with the robe, because I don't know if I even had that no more. And my red little Christmas booties. I don't celebrate it, but I get dressed up for the part for the kids, And I have all the kids some little, gifts and stuff, like, you got a yellow belt, moved up to a blue belt. Here goes a karate uniform for you. Here goes your boxing gloves. Well, that's what a mouthpiece, and make sure you had a boil in. That's the gifts I gave out. So let's go ahead and get custodians of time. And Robbie Cottrell. I'm going to read a little bit, y'all, because I want to run and grab that and then get on back and get my self together and situated. Yeah, we already went to that. Oh, here we go. This is it. This is going to be good. Now, you remember who we're carrying on, the characters here, right? Okay. All right. Last time I read this. That was based on YHVH, which was 10D. Okay. All right, so let's get it. You ready? So, let me make sure I got it right here. Yeah. The notion that humans only use 10%, check this out now. The notion that humans only use 10% of their brain is deeply entrenched in popular culture and often misquoted or stated as fact in books and Hollywood movies. Sidney Hill and Leslie Westbrook followed the patient's reasoning. Yeah. Sidney Hill and Leslie Westbrook followed the patient's reasoning, nodding their heads in agreement. Bullis and Appleyard also seemed to understand what was being said, but it was all beyond Tricia Hunt. And Marcus Thomas rubbed his chin as he tried to keep up. Now, he suddenly realized he had 2 days worth of stubble. Aware that this guy is just a buggling fucking idiot. Anyway, aware that he must look disheveled to his fellow observers. Now, DCI Thomas forced himself to concentrate as the patient continued to speak. I'm worried about a stubble on his face. Boy, I'll tell you. Anyway, the human brain is the central organ of the human nervous system. Is it? And completed with the spinal cord, your brain consists of a cerebrum, a brainstem. Hold on, let me get this. And I know all this. Come on. A cerebrum, brainstem, and a cerebellum, and it controls most of the activities within the human body. Now, these include processing, integrating, and coordinating the information it receives from your various sense organs, being able to make decisions regarding the instructions sent out to the rest of the body. Now, the brain is contained within and protected by the numerous bones of the cranium. It's actually protected, that it is, but also the crystum, the fluid, and the sac, the membrane. Your brain absorbs information and filters out all unwanted material, whilst your conscious and subconscious mind filter out useful data and processes that information your brain considers relevant. Much like the human body shoots out the worthless, it says shots, but it shoots out the worthless excesses it retains. And it retains everything it requires. That's also like, your gut. We always say, man, you get that gut feeling. The brain is so optimal that even though the gut is intuitive of thought. Because of the brain, it is without a notification, like without you actually having a notification. It is sublime. It is like that, like you said, like it states data. It is a known functioning system. You see what I'm saying? It's like the car sitting there, but the gas is there. All you got to do is turn on the ignition. Well, with the stomach, the ignition's always on, so you don't have to think about it. But just manage, change the pipes, change the plugs. You dig what I'm saying? That's your intake and how you think, how you respond to things. All right. Same thing with all your other senses. You know how you can be sitting there and all of a sudden you feel a sharp pain, but there's nothing wrong and there's nothing there and you didn't touch nothing? What did it? That's when we start to lose a little grasp of how the brain actually functions. Let me go ahead. Anyway, it retains everything it requires, right? So from the thousands of strands of information your senses perceive daily, the brain not only stores what it considers important, it is within these filtered gaps that mind control is possible. Margarita, when I'm talking about something, it's not for you to comment on. It's me sharing information so that way people will pull from the abstract and utilize that information. All right? And I know you're feeling good or whatever it is, but take my advice. Stop. All right? Stop. It could be disruptive, and I know these brothers and sisters and your husbands are far beyond that, but stop. By means of thought control, I could teach you a new language in seconds. By similar means, and that's why I tell y'all, if you're not going to use Viper or some of those other platforms, Rosetta Stone, I actually have it downloaded. I like to go to sleep and let it play. I literally like to let it play. And I'll wake up and be like, oh, what was that word I just said? It's beneficial. But I also like to go online and I like to sit there, and it's like a little classroom where there's like 3 or 4 people, and the woman that speaks the language will come over and she'll speak in the language and she'll see what we remember and if we did our homework. And that's a beautiful thing. Okay? I love you. Stop it. Gain some control. All right? By similar means, I could teach you to see through my eyes, but I would worry for you as my eyes have seen so much destruction, such depravity and violence, brought about by men, an example of which happened in Whitechapel in the year 1888. How many of y'all remember Whitechapel? 1888? Okay, anyway. At the mention of Whitechapel in 1888, DCI Marcus Thomas' eyes widened, and a faint smile crossed his lips. As a policeman, he was always happy to listen and learn, but he doubted he would really learn anything new. Well, you must all be aware of the evil that only a ruinous man could inflict, such as Jack the Ripper. In defense of Jack, which, by the way, was not his real name, I will inform you that Elizabeth Stride was not his victim, or of the so-called Ripper, for he was already busy pursuing Catherine Eddowes. Now, with references to poor Elizabeth, the police should have looked closer to home. Maybe a sinful neighbor or the rent man. The force had always found it easy to add 2 and 2 together and make 5. Now, how many of y'all are aware of what happened to her, y'all? Elizabeth Stride, what was done to her was just inhuman. Well, actually. But Catherine Eddowes, that was nice. Yeah, it's all murder of any woman is always what it is. But Catherine Stride, that was just heinous. Anyway, the force had always found it easy to add 2 and 2 together and make 5. And then that's pretty sad. And we deal with that here, don't we? Marcus's face reddened with embarrassment. He hated it when the police were taken for fools. The patient must have known that in those early days, detective work was in its infancy. No, it wasn't. Whether he knew it or not, John Smith didn't care. He just wanted to see Thomas squirm a little. And the stranger continued, Lord Liss, Long Liz, as she was commonly known, was an immigrant from Sweden. She was married to John Thomas Stride, but they had separated 7 years before her death. On the streets of Whitechapel on the 30th September of 1888, her former husband had already died in 1884 from heart disease, possibly caused after the Princess Alice collided with the outward bound collier. Now, the Princess Alice broke into two and sank off Galleon's Point. And the local newspapers in Woolwich, where most of the victims were brought ashore, reported that a woman identified as Stride claimed the bodies of her husband and children. And in the hope of receiving possible recompense from a newly founded charity fund, subsequent research, however, failed to find any trace of such a woman or a report. Now, apparently, John Thomas and his wife, contrary to claims made by Elizabeth, never had children. But I can assure you that John Thomas Stride and his family were indeed aboard the cruiser Princess Alice. I could tell you so much, but it will only break your heart. Now, let me continue our next session in 2 weeks' time. Now, we're going to pick up from there tomorrow, definitely. And for those who saw me read this before, you know I made a lot of corrections in here because this one was rough with punctuation and everything else, and I still see it while I'm reading, going, did I do that? Did I get it right? A lot of books are like that. When you read a lot, look, there's a lot of books like that. All right. So, all right, we'll pick this up, and we're actually on page 103 for anybody who don't read in custodian time. So let's go ahead and get to The Navigator Who Crossed the Ice Walls, Worlds Beyond Antarctica, Norse Confound Them by Claudia Naselli. Okay. Going with the situation. Hold on, y'all. Because I'm going to make sure count ain't hacked. Because if it is hacked, then we got a problem. Okay. Okay, hon. Hey, look, hold on, because I'm live and the notifications are coming through, and I don't want to turn the notifications off. All right, So take it easy, sis. Send it to me. I'll receive it and I'll respond. And he said, "Be harsh." I mean, I'm gonna say what needs to be said, not what people want. All right. Sadly, people don't really know what they want. Okay, here we go. Oh, yeah, here we go. Oh, yeah, this is going to be good. The plan to free the human being. Now, I know some of y'all are going to get hyped like, oh, the plan to free the human being. Just listen and pay attention, and I'll comment. Now, this is about, I think it's like two pages, I think, long. So I love the way this is chapterized. So anyway, chapter 16, the plan to free the human being. While there was a direct plan to free the humans who were still trapped under the custodial yoke, and manipulated since birth by the lie, it was very risky, as it could put at risk not only the millions who lived within the walls, but also the ancestral humans of the Republic and races of the surrounding lands. Now, Butler arrived one morning to my office together with Fael, and they told me that they had devised an alternative that could be effective. And now the custodians were strong in weapons and war strategies, and they look like us, y'all. And they based their whole life on that development, but they had weaknesses, like any race. And this could be found in the depth of their intelligence. Okay. Not to be misunderstood, they were extremely intelligent beings and great caretakers of their colonies, especially the human, who would be the only being which they never released after several long resets throughout history. But they found weak points where they could attack. Their fear could still be felt from a distance, and they were not happy that ancestral humans and Anakim still existed around their most important colony. But they had not tried to attack our lands in these many years that had passed, and that put us ahead. And if they detected us, they had enough technology and military force to try to destroy us. Now, what had led them to make more attacks, mind you. The meeting with Fael and Butler lasted more than 4 hours. And check this out. They had developed a series of different plans that supplanted the previous one in case of failure. All were based on attacking what was considered the weakness of the enemy. It was precisely their little or no spiritual development. That's why I'm telling y'all to increase it. Another great discovery was their radar system near the entrances of the known lands penetrating the dome. When an ancestral entered through the known passages, small and even some large earthquakes were generated in surrounding areas. It was an extreme surveillance system that put them on alert and sent support forces. For that reason, it is quite common that the earthquakes were almost always in the same area, and is also the answer to why we were not sending more people for a long time. And we tried that with those who were there, and which did not return, to continue collecting as much information as possible from day to day in the manipulated environment. Now check this out. The important thing then was to find another entrance or create one. Now in parentheses it states, it's kind of long, this was so far impossible. We had not been able to enter by force in any dome, and it was unknown if this could really be done. And nor could we use any portals, since all of them were controlled by the custodians. But the exhaustive study of the closed zone in the external part of the same added to that everything that was proposed in the Republic really was carried out, and made that was created through safe ice melting based on statistics not to generate floods. Safe ways, remind you. An area called Summer Portal, apparently with technology of the ancient Anakin, where entry was possible but could not yet be confirmed if by then the sophisticated control to which did not cover that area. And check this out. If possible, we could then send different ancestors into the lands and subtly use their means to infiltrate important information and the ancestral republic. Now, the possibility of other lands and the real human past would be mentioned as much as possible. Sometimes it did not matter so much the name by which our lands were known. The important thing was to know about the lands behind the ice walls, as long as it did not alter the day-to-day life, as it would raise great suspicion. Now, many people who carried out these missions were locked up in different institutions, and so we were very careful in spreading the information. And we knew that the great part of humanity would not even pay attention to these facts due to the existing conditioning of several generations, which would lead to not really pay attention. And although a priori, this would seem also a priori, why would they put that like that? This would seem something negative. In reality, it helped us, since we gained time in being able to carry out the other plans until all would finally unite in a single plan or mission. But for that, they had to work in parallel, and it was an arduous task to carry out. To get people here, to make some people mindful and knowing, not everybody. The plans were really excellent, since they did not cause any harm to the human being. To reach the necessary critical mass was going to be complex anyway, and for that reason there was another alternative that consisted in carrying out a very deep spiritual teaching, trying to break the human conditioning within the vile environment. That is, it's very important. Now, when the human being develops through different techniques implemented by the ancestors in the known lands, and can block as much as possible the conditioning and therefore the mind manipulated by the custodial control, then it was going to be easier for many to open up to the possibility that another reality existed outside the ice walls. And these great ice walls would sooner or later become visible, and genuine human expeditions would also collide with them. But it was well known from our lands that any idea of going beyond would surely be blocked by generating fear, or directly by force through what they always use, military intervention. And that sounds pretty what you see now. Chapter 17 will be the summer gate and the spiritual education. Now, what I wanted to look, there's a video that I watched right before I fell asleep after I got done reading yesterday. Excuse me. And it's just guys going traveling, like they're fishing. And of course, it's done happened about 50 or 60 times. There's been some ships sunk and people missing. And a ship, a cruiser, not about a cruiser, came up and told them to turn around. They couldn't go no further. Well, if the whole purpose of them signing the agreement was not to militarize it, what are warships doing out there telling people not to go where they can't go when we can go anywhere the fuck we want on the waters, everything? This is why I say to you, there's a lot of individuals in the military who are fucking brain dead. As much as smart you think they are, they're fucking brain dead. And they're not smart. Trust me. If they really knew, every one of them had a coup d'etat. But see, absolute power, when it's not absolute at all, it's far from it, corrupts. And these idiots, whether running around in the police and all this other stuff and the little fake goofy white supremacy groups, when white is black and black is white, for those who want to get into that stupid stuff, aren't aware of how dumb and spiritless they are. That's why it's important for y'all to be aware of who you are. And what was that? Okay, I told you just be silent. Okay, listen, that's all. Don't say nothing else. All right, beloved? Thank you. All right, I say that with love. All right, salute, brother. What's going on? Okay. Okay, all right. Tians, beloved. What's going on, Whitechapel? Jack the Ripper. Catherine got the worst of it. Yeah, but Jack the Ripper didn't. And I keep telling people, and even it's come out. If like me, I buy those books. He didn't do that, and a lot of people believe that he was a doctor who's from over there, but who came over here because the same thing was happening every time this one doctor was here, over there, and even in the Caribs. People were being slaughtered unthinkably. Yes, ritual satanic killings. It's different. The satanic thing is kind of a new age nuance, but yeah. The elevate ourselves spiritually, we won't have to fight them at all. Exactly. They are low frequency beings. They just will not exist. Exactly. Yeah. Explore Henry Worsley. Very good. Bad. Damn it, girl. Get your ass here. Anyway, I'm going to go pick up some goddamn Navajo. Well, it's not Navajo, but it's the way Ma Dukes over there. My boy's mama make it. But that's some good ass. Well, I got to be careful because it's calorie it's caloric inducing. But it's good. And thank goodness I don't eat no more of them goddamn donuts because, ooh, child. Oh. Hey, I didn't put the cash up. I did it that one time because I told you in the description. Dude, a few more dollars, y'all. I want to order some more books. Come on, guys. Is it going to kill y'all? What the fuck? I mean, and excuse me if I stumbled there because in that book right there, even though the reading is good, it's got this little places, and he's aware of it. If you speak Spanish and you follow him on YouTube, there are write-ons that don't have the commas, and so I wasn't going to sit there and put them. I don't like, you know what I'm saying? This is mark where I'm reading for you guys, and the Custodians of Time, that's the one. That one I just kept reading, and I can see there's a break, and I just now y'all know where I'm coming from, because y'all just don't get how many times I add commas and parentheses and dots, periods, and semicolons. Oh, come on, man. I could probably get paid for doing that, huh? I don't want to get paid for that. I'm just messing with you. But yeah, so let me go out here and get this delicious ass motherfucking cocoa. God damn it is. It's real cocoa. It's real. I mean, and it's rich. And if you got a problem with pimples and shit, you don't want to drink this. And it's made with real strong cane sugar. Like I'm talking about, like the kind of you bite, you know, we used to chew on it and it'd be real sweet, make your mouth tingle. That kind of sweet, like, whoo. And then I add, you know me, I add like a half a tablespoon of cinnamon, because cinnamon to me got a sweet taste. I don't know about you motherfuckers, but to me it do. Stay there, been there, boy. Listen here, boy. Oh my goodness. And so I got to be in the pajama get ups, white t-shirt or whatever. I got to be and doors double locked. I'm not going nowhere. AC on. And we're gonna read. I'm gonna enjoy that part. So I'm gonna see y'all here shortly. Oh, a lot of Chinese here. Look at that damn. And some Africans. Well, they got a whole. Oh, goddamn, it's about 30 of them motherfuckers. All right, man, let me go get it. Let me go. Oh, no. It's whatever's going on. I'll talk to y'all about that later, all right? No, you're not different. You're still the same wonderful person. Just relax. Where's my brother at? Where you at, boy? Hey, what? Grey Wolf, where you at? Man, tend to that wonderful woman you got there, all right? She good, man. Anyway, I love you. Man, Grey, we talked a little earlier. Snoop, holla at you. Let me go ahead and get my shit, and I'm going to see y'all a little later, all right? Like I said, about 6 o'clock, and we're going to go. I'm going to let y'all know we're going to read George Jones, of course. You know we got to get William Cooper. What's the Gods of Eden, Anunnaki, and what's I know. Oh, we finished Arthur Kessler. I'm not going to. One day I'm going to read the poems and all that and then back. I think y'all might enjoy those. They're pretty damn good. And then I want to read a little usurp out of the White Cargo. Whoa. If any of y'all ever read White Cargo, and I mean you read it and you remember, you know what I'm probably going to read. All right. So anyway, I'm going to see y'all a little later. I appreciate y'all stopping in. And like I said, it's the weekend. $2 or $3 shouldn't kill y'all. All right. I'm going to get this goddamn cocoa. And maybe I'll come back. Maybe I'll check the Cashapp. And maybe I'll be able to order a few damn books. But if not, see you at 6 o'clock, right? Yeah. All right. I appreciate you guys. Turn on surveillance camera. No. I meet some pretty decent Chinese guys over here, y'all. Just relax. When I see a whole bunch of folks walking, I'm like, because right now we got some Arabs that came over here, and I had to greet, salam alaikum, blah 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 blah, tour and all that good stuff, and really see them. I have to see them. I have to let these brown eyes, look at them. And go, okay. I have to, and let them feel, and they scurried off real quick because I know they. All right, I'm gonna stop. They scurried off real quick. Anyway, I'm gonna hit y'all up at 6 o'clock. All right.